Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. So it's an exciting day in the shop. So I just received the HTP Freedom 250 multiprocess machine. So it's a really nice machine. It's got a lot of features. So let's get this thing powered on and I'll show you the features and show you the accessories that come with. Alrighty, I got it powered up. So it's pretty quiet. The fan runs at low speed until it needs it. So that's nice, not to have to listen to it at full speed. So the first thing, it's got two gas ports on the back. One for TIG and one for MIG. So that's nice. It's gonna be nice to leave both tanks hooked up. It's the same footprint as the ProPulse 220. And then inside, nice and clean. Everything's easy to access. Typical, nothing new here, but it's all HTP quality. So on the front, of course, we have our control panel, our buttons, and just one knob. Have an input for a slider or a foot pedal or whatever, argon, of course MIG, and your connections, your welding connections. And then one cool thing, let me zoom in here. It's actually got a little USB port, so you can do software upgrades on this. So on my ProPulse, I had to pull the card out and they upgraded to software, which is a nice upgrade, but it's going to be really nice not to have to pull that, to pull the card and just plug a USB in. There we go. So cool feature is actually the gauge of metal. It also gives you your dimension in decimal form, and your output amperage, of course your voltage, your inches per minute, and then your trim voltage. So I really do like the new gauge display. Oops. And so whatever's underlined is what you're controlling. Obviously, your feed rate is tied directly to your thickness and to your amperage on MIG. And then you can jump over here and add or take away voltage. So we got a couple buttons. So we got our mode button. So got quite a few options. Stick, of course TIG, 2T, pedal, 2T without, TIG spot, gouging, which I'm really interested to try. Of course your MIG, 2T, 2T with the slider, 4T, 4T with the slider, and your MIG spot. So if you've never MIG with a slider, it's actually, it can be super handy in some situations. Okay, so we're on MIG. So we have manual MIG. I can select it. So now I can completely control my wire speed and voltage. I can go over here, do my pre-purge, run in, burn back, pinch, and post gas flow, inductance, and then course, synergic pulse and double pulse. We're not going to get into all that on this video, but you can look those up. And then under MIG, so we got remote, the direction, which is cool. So we can swap it, like if it's a pedal or a slider, we can swap that direction to whatever your preference is. So that's actually really cool. Spool gun, blah blah blah, so forth. So it's got gas purge on this screen. I don't know if you hear the solenoid kicking on. Okay. So let's go to stick. So the cool thing, oops. So the cool thing with stick, you have manual mode, and then you have standard, DC pulse, and DC soft pulse. So I'll be doing a video on these. Really excited about this. And then we have easy set, DC standard, and then you have your common rods here. So like 70/18 diameter of your rod, and this is pretty close to what I would choose. The amperage may be a little high, but we'll see what this machine does. Then you got your hot start, arc force, hot start duration. So you got all that. And then we're just going to jump down here to TIG 2T, which is the most common. So there again, you got your amperage, DC, this is a DC only machine, and then all your pulse features. So it's kind of cool. It shows you the wave between the different types of pulse. So that's pretty cool. And then there again, you get your pre-flow, initial amps, and duration, your slope up, slope down, final amp and duration, and then your post flow. So pretty cool there. They always do a good job with those graphics. So I really like this screen. I like the controls. So it's a nice little machine. This is the all-in package. It's got a 24 MIG gun for steel. I believe that's 12 foot. It's 10 or 12 foot, I'm not sure. Get your 10 foot 26 MIG gun for aluminum. I don't know if you can see the difference in the video, but this is a heavier gun to take the heat from welding aluminum. It's got your drive roll for aluminum for 035 and 045 wire. You get the 035 and 045 knurled roller, and then in the machine I've got my regular roller for MIG wire. Comes with a pretty nice stinger for stick welding. It's got the it's got the heavy hitter TIG torch with the flex head. I believe this is a 26. So it's got the nice, super flexible cord there, and you know, your plug to plug it in. So nice TIG torch. Got the pedal, which my understanding this works on MIG as well as TIG, so we're going to be trying that. And the cool thing, they supplied 2 hoses and 2 regulators, so that was pretty cool. And then we got this consumable kit. So we got 040 tips for the 26 MIG gun, and 030 for the 24 gun, which 030 wire is what I use the most of. A couple nozzles and parts, and then some stuff for the TIG, back cap, piece of tungsten. I don't think I've ever used the gray, so we'll give that a shot. And then they even supply a USB drive for your software updates. And then of course your manual. So I'm gonna get this loaded with some 030 wire and some 9010 gas, and we're gonna do some welds with it. So I'm doing some test welds, got the welder fired up, and decided to go ahead and hook up the foot pedal. This is actually really cool. So you can have this operate in either direction. So I have the foot pedal set up to work backwards. So the foot pedal is not depressed. And then when I start to push it, it drops it all the way down. So the pedal is fully pressed. And now I'm going to back off. And then you can go to normal. And so now it's at the minimum with the foot pedal not depressed. And it works just like it would normally with TIG welding. So playing with this, I've got this slot in this piece of scrap. So it's about 3/8 of an inch wide. So I'm gonna let this cool down, and I'm gonna mark it and just see how efficient it makes me closing up this gap with a foot pedal, where I can run a little cooler across the middle and then heat it up on the toes and then blend everything together. All right, we got the machine set for 1/8 inch, the metal thickness with the foot pedal. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a really wide gap. It's 3/8 of an inch. You normally wouldn't weld a gap this wide. This isn't practical, but there are gaps that you do have to weld. So I've marked out a 1/2 inch distance here, and I just want to see how long that takes me with being able to run it cooler across the middle and do that without stopping. So Dalton's going to film me and time me. So here we go. Alrighty, what's your time, Dalton?
It is 46 seconds.
Alright, so about 46 seconds. We got her filled in. So this particular situation isn't necessarily practical, but if you've done any welding, you know there's situations that are. So handy little feature. There's no way I could have done that without stopping, without being able to turn the heat down. We're going to end it right here. There's a lot more to show on this welder, but you'll just have to stay tuned for more videos on that. So if you would, like, subscribe, and remember, you were created for a purpose, and we'll catch you on the next one.